Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is the continuation of the osteology class, mandible. In the previous videos, we have done the norma frontalis, norma lateralis and norma occipitalis. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now and keep watching the videos. Now we will move on to the topic, mandible. Mandible is the lower jawbone and it comes under the viscerocranium and its shape is, it is irregular bone. It consists of two parts which are labeled, you can see. The mandible is marked green in color. It consists of two parts, body and ramus, which meet at the angle of the mandible. So these are the two parts of the mandible. Now we will separate the mandible to learn in detail. So now we have separated the mandible. First we will learn the ramus. Ramus of the mandible, you can see it is quadrangular in shape. Ramus of the mandible, quadrangular in shape, and it has medial and lateral surfaces and two processes, condylar and coronoid process. So we are seeing two processes in the upper part. So that round prominence is the condylar process or head of the mandible, and the other process is the coronoid process. The lateral surface, now what you are seeing is the lateral surface of the mandible. It is smooth except for the presence of a few obliquely oriented ridges. Most of this lateral surface provides attachment for the masseter muscle. The posterior and inferior borders of the ramus intersect to form the angle of the mandible, while the superior border, you can see, it is notched. That is called mandibular notch. And the anterior border of the ramus, you try to see, it is sharp and it is continuous below with the oblique line of the body of the mandible. You can see the oblique line. So the anterior border is continuous with the oblique line of the mandible. Now the coronoid process. So the coronoid process extends superiorly from the junction of anterior and superior borders. So this is the coronoid process, which is at the junction of anterior and superior borders of the ramus. It is flat, triangular process. It provides attachment for another muscle of mastication. What is that muscle? Temporalis. Now we will see the condylar process. Condylar process extends superiorly from the posterior and superior borders of the ramus, and it consists of head of the mandible, which is expanded medially and participates in the formation of temporomandibular joint, and neck of the mandible. So this is the neck of the mandible. Neck of the mandible, you can see here, yes, the neck of the mandible, which bears a shallow depression, that is called pterygoid fovea, on its anterior surface for attachment of the lateral pterygoid muscle. So now we have seen the lateral surface of the ramus of the mandible. Now we will see the medial surface of the ramus of the mandible. Yes, this is the medial surface of the ramus of the mandible. Is the lateral wall of the infratemporal fossa. Its most distinctive feature is the mandibular foramen. You can see the mandibular foramen on the medial surface, which is the superior opening of the mandibular canal. So this mandibular foramen leads to mandibular canal. Inferior alveolar nerve and vessels pass through this foramen. That is about the mandibular foramen. Can you see one projection just above the mandibular foramen, that is immediately antero-superior to the mandibular foramen, is a triangular elevation, that is the lingula. This gives attachment to the sphenomandibular ligament. Then a groove extends antero-inferiorly from the mandibular foramen. So are you seeing a groove from the mandibular foramen? That groove is formed by the mylohyoid nerve, lies in this groove. Postero-inferior to the mylohyoid nerve and mandibular foramen, the medial surface of the ramus of the mandible is roughened. Yes, here postero-inferior. That is for the attachment of the medial pterygoid muscle. So we have seen the ramus of the mandible in detail. So lateral surface and medial surface. Now we have to see the body of the mandible. So now we have completed the ramus of the mandible, which has two surfaces and two processes. Two surfaces are the lateral surface and the medial surface, and two processes are the coronoid process and the condylar process. So now we will continue with the body of the mandible. You can see body of the mandible consists of right and left parts which meet anteriorly in the midline, and also it meet with the two rami. So this anterior fusion of the two parts of the body of the mandible, so this is called the mandibular symphysis. So this fusion is particularly seen on the external surface of the body than the inner surface of the body. As a small vertical ridge, you can see this is the mandibular symphysis, small vertical ridge in the midline. The upper surface of the body of the mandible bears the alveolar process of the mandible, which anchors the lower teeth, and on its external surface you can see the mental foramen, which gives way to the mental nerve. So that is the mental foramen posterior to the mandibular symphysis. So now we will see the inner surface of the body of the mandible. So this is the inner surface of the body of the mandible. So just on the inner surface of the symphysis, two pairs of small spines, one pair immediately above the other pair. These are the superior and the inferior mental spines. You can see superior and inferior mental spines, and they give attachment for a pair of muscles that pass into the tongue and a pair of muscles which connect the mandible to the hyoid bone. So these are the superior and inferior mental spines. Extending from the midline and originating inferior to the mental spines is a raised line. Yes. From the mental spines, you should observe a raised line on the inner surface of the body of the mandible. That line is the mylohyoid line, which runs posteriorly and superiorly along the inner surface of each side of the mandible. So that is the mylohyoid line, which end just below the level of last molar tooth. So you should know the difference between the mylohyoid line and mylohyoid groove. So mylohyoid groove is in the ramus and mylohyoid line is in the body. Above the anterior one-third of the mylohyoid line, so this is the above the anterior one-third of the mylohyoid line is a shallow depression. So now you are seeing the shallow depression, that is the sublingual fossa. And below the posterior two-thirds of the mylohyoid line, you can see the depression, that is the submandibular, is here, that is the depression, that is the submandibular fossa. It is, you just concentrate on the right side, it is, I have shown submandibular fossa, and this is the sublingual fossa. Between the last molar tooth and the mylohyoid line, yes, between the last molar tooth and mylohyoid line, you can see the shallow groove for the lingual nerve. So that is the lingual nerve. So what are the nerves related to the mandible? It is an question in the practical parts of the exams. One nerve is related to the mandibular notch. You have seen that is the mandibular notch. That is the mesenteric nerve. And in this mandibular foramen, that is the inferior alveolar nerve is related. Just below the third molar tooth is the lingual nerve. Immediately posterior to the last molar tooth on the medial upper surface of the body of the mandible is a small triangular depression, you can see, just posterior to the last molar teeth, that is the retromolar triangle. The pterygomandibular raphe attaches just medial to the apex of the triangle and extends from here to the tip of the pterygoid hamulus. So that is about the details of the body of the mandible. Body of the mandible, we have seen in detail about the external surface and the internal surface. So the mandible consists of two parts, ramus and body of the mandible, which meet at the angle of the mandible. Ramus consists of two surfaces, lateral surface and medial surface, and two processes, coronoid process and condylar process. The body consists of outer surface and inner surface. So we have learnt the details of the mandible in this class. We will continue with the osteology of the skull in the next class. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now and keep watching the videos. Don't forget to press the like button and share button of the video. Thank you.